What does that mean? What does that mean? I need treatment. Ugh. I don't like talking to myself.
Why not?
I don't know. It's not very
I
interesting.
do it all the time. It's like what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I'm just not a very interesting person to talk to.
Oh? Well, I hope you find them. Rawr.
I was looking through like all of my old backgrounds and I couldn't make any decisions, so I just went with this one again.
This one again. The controversial one. That's really not that deep.
It's really not. It's really not. For like everyone to go around like hating on me, it's crazy.
It's super crazy. Wiggly
Potato Chip, are you in opposition? Please let me know. You do have a trans flag in your bio, so.
Man, I was away for like weeks at this point.
You were. You only came back and left again.
I came back and I left again. Yeah. Well, I mean, I came home. Turns out I was out of milk, so I had to go.
Oh yeah. How was your? Are you leaving again? Did you make more plans?
As of right now, there is no official plan set in place or in motion.
Thank you.
It's just me chilling. Thank you for the fruit hat, Jovan. I appreciate you. It's just me chilling for a little while. We're going to be long distance for a little while, so.
Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna have to move. So I'm gonna have to deal with that shit, so I won't be on as much.
If you don't like the laws, why don't you just move?
I am, but I don't feel like moving.
Oh, god damn it, Baltimore. Damn, is this background dead? Is this one finally over?
Maybe.
I see a man in there. Okay. And?
Where? Where? I don't see, man.
You got me. Owies. I don't care. It's so bizarre that they come in and they say the most low effort shit and expect me to like lose my shit about it.
Oh, I know. They think they're doing something. I don't know. I don't have like a new clever background. I gotta think of something.
Try one of your other ones, I guess.
Well, this one is going up. Let's give it a sec. Just jumped up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's because so many other people decide to run this one too. It's like all over the place now.
Yeah, I just, oh God. I just, it's funny how a bunch of people took it and ran. A bunch of people.
And some people that are running it don't even know what it means. Like, so they say it wrong. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. You go in there and they're like, they miss the entire fucking point to the background.
Yes.
And so they go from talking about it and to just pissing people off. You jumped the shark.
Yeah.
You missed the point to the background, and now you're just saying that everybody has to call themselves cis, which is gonna piss everybody off.
Yeah, and that's not what it is. Ugh, gosh. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
I just actually scrolled by another live, and it wasn't like a friend of mine or anything. It just was, I guess, was random. And they actually have the opposite of your
Yeah,
background.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Isn't that how, like, oh my God. And like, they are saying that they are the LGBT community. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. No, you're not.
I mean, I know who you're talking about. They're running the opposite to try to like spin the narrative or say the opposite.
Right.
It means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Right. I
There's
know.
no
This was
one
just
going
like,
around saying, "Don't call me trans. I'm just a real woman." Like literally that would have to be what's happening, and that's not what's happening. Like
Well,
they're not oppressed. Like it's just not even they think they're doing something, but they're not.
they're
They're
really
really not.
not. And then I was like trying to comment like on some of the stuff they were saying, and I realized like, wait a minute, I'm actually just trying to help them doing that. So I was like, and I scrolled over and I saw you, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, thank God.
Yeah. I
So
really wish people would actually take a minute and like watch my lives and see like what I'm talking about before like running away and saying that I'm doing all these things that I'm not doing. But that's
yeah.
not how it works. So
Oh, y'all are so mean and blah blah blah. Like y'all are really, like, listen, you have reason to be mad, like mean. Sorry, I had a stroke, so words come out that weren't meant to be coming out. Oh, I said mean,
yeah.
but like, and y'all aren't. Y'all are actually just like very educational. And I don't understand. I guess they get offended because they know that you're right and they're wrong. I don't know.
Rar, rar. Yeah, I know. They just run the background. Like a bunch of people try to run this background because it's gotten clicks for Mel. It's my genuine
Yeah.
belief that they saw that Mel was having some success with it, tried to jump on it, so watered down who was talking about it, and then on top of that, people trying to turn it around and spin it. We've gotten some real angry people based on this background.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see why, especially people that are not, they're kind of ignorant too. Like, they just kind of take it for face value.
Like Ariana there in the comments is real upset about it.
Yeah, I see that.
Uh,
Anyways, I just thought that was so weird. So that was the first time I had seen that. So
Rar, rar.
why are you
but I love you
crying,
guys.
Ariana?
You guys are awesome.
Thank
I'm sure y'all
you.
get that enough.
No, there's never enough. There's never enough. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Aw. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna jump down, but I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Lydia, that is
Thank
not
you.
what the background says. Nobody is saying that just because you're cis, you're automatically transphobic.
And that's what they seem to think.
They do, and they think that I'm forcing people to call themselves that, and that's not like
Right.
how.
No.
For one thing, how can I force anyone to do anything? And
You're just one
no.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't run around calling myself a cis woman everywhere I
Yeah.
go.
I don't introduce myself that way either. So, but I got to get back with the 3-year-old. I just had to fill up the pool.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank
Thank
you.
you guys. Bye.
All right, have a good one. All right, this person is still in here, so I'll let them in, I guess.
Rar, rar, rar,
Hello?
rar, rar. What's
Hello,
up? How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay.
Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you for letting me join. I have a quick question regarding the nomenclature and terminology that gender and sex have and what people use, because I recently heard from another trans creator a way of thinking that I hadn't heard before, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts were. So this certain individual identifies as a female. They were born assigned male at birth, and they identify as a female. And how they described it was, instead of identifying as a woman, they identify as a female, and they change their gender to align with the sex that they identify as. But I've heard a lot of other creators and people in general say like, oh, sex you can't change and gender you can change, and all of the nomenclature and terminology sometimes gets too mixed up. And I was kind of wondering if it makes sense to you guys to identify as a female and not like a woman, or what your guys' thoughts on that way of thinking is.
I gather the logic. I don't think it's a bad logic inherently. Just like that would then of course put that on the person that you're referring to, the trans woman you're referring to be able to substantiate what they're claiming. But it doesn't bother me. It's not my business. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can, like, it depends, right? Like, if you're talking about it a lot, it can confuse people, like, where they don't understand the difference of gender and sex. But again, like, the way you choose to personally identify yourself, like, I don't feel like anyone else should have any say in that. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. No, that type of or way of thinking I just hadn't heard before, and it kind of makes sense to me as well. But because I guess there's so much like, oh, but it says this on it. It says sex on a driver's license and not gender. Like, you know, being able to
Yeah, but
change your sex on the
that's an
driver's
appeal
license.
to legality.
Yeah.
That's an appeal to legality, like appealing to the legal system to determine the truth, which doesn't make a lot of sense. And on top of that, you can get your gender, you can get your markers changed. Like, there's nothing that is imposed in your way to do so, as long as, except for like whatever parameters the state you live in define out for how you would do so. For example, in Georgia, you would have to have bottom surgery in order to get your birth certificate changed. But if you did do that, like, you could then change your driver's license. It wouldn't actually stop you from doing so at that point.
Right. And it's different in every state, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys giving me your opinion on it. I thought it was something interesting that I was kind of a little interested in, or just wanting to see what others thought of. And love you guys. I guess I'll hop off. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you. Got to. I didn't forget about him.
It's funny, you're keeping like tally now.
Got to. They hit me with 20 dinos.
It's part of the sentence.
Hello.
So.
Look at this abuse that I'm suffering.
He's so cute.
He's so hand aggressive, and for nothing.
Aww,
Like, he's not face aggressive. He's not aggressive to my face at all. It's just the hand.
Well, I mean, I guess it's better. He just wants to play with your hand. It's got all these little, like...
Yeah, except he claws them up.
Yeah, that hurts. My cat likes the, like, fishing pole type things.
Not cis. All right, Johnny B. Who asked? He's perfect. I don't know if perfection is how I would describe him.
He is.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Terrible. Thank you for asking.
Oh, damn. I mean, like, so, I mean, I don't really get the prompt. Like, could you explain it, or, like, I don't know.
If you're not cis, you're trans. And then if you deny the concept of being cisgender, you're transphobic.
From what I like understand, I guess I'm a cis black man, but I still just don't get it. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
What?
Like, how, if you're not cis, that you are transphobic. I don't.
So it's not about the actual denial of the.
Yeah.
It's not about the actual denial of the word.
Mhm.
It's about the logic that people use to deny the word, because they believe that somehow using cis delegitimizes the gender identity in the same way that being trans delegitimizes people's gender identity. So they feel like, because there's a lot of people who say, you're not women, you're trans women. So they feel like cis is doing that same thing, because by their logic, trans delegitimizes the concept of being a woman.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that, like, okay, I feel like the prompt kind of promotes division in a little bit, just only because I feel like majority of people kind of, or not majority of people, but I feel like a lot of allies kind of see it as like trans women are women. I feel like to make a divide
No,
of kind of prompt.
No, because the allies that see that that believe that trans women are women don't generally deny the fact that they are cisgender.
Mm-hmm.
So the prompt is really for the people who are cisgender that are rejecting the term. That's what it's for. That's what we're talking about, and those are the people we talk to.
Okay. Well, all right, I get that in a way. I just feel like in a way the way you're going about it, I feel like it kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's looking for a debate rather than like promoting, like explaining it in a way.
Conversation.
It's looking for a conversation, and you see how you just came in and asked, and we told you.
Yeah. But I mean, if I feel like if I was like, I know, but if I was like, I guess the person where y'all were looking to kind of change, I feel like this would make it more of a debate rather than a way to kind of, explain it to them in a way. I don't know. I feel like me personally, like putting people in a more debate, like kind of standpoint, and then trying to explain your term makes it more hostile to kind of get them to see your.
Okay. Do you know how TikTok works?
Well, yeah, I know it's a.
So if I put some like nice calm background and try to explain things, like no one's gonna come in here and talk. So you have to put some kind of prompt that starts a conversation.
Well, I feel like, I mean, when you have a prompt that's gonna like promote division, people who are like trans,
okay.
Are gonna
You keep talking about how this promotes division and whatever, which it doesn't. But even if it did,
well, I mean, all right,
and
you got it. Then you got it. Never mind.
Well, what are you trying to do? Like, tell me not to run it, because that's not gonna happen. Okay, bye. The thing is for anyone here, before I made this topic, this was already happening. There's already people like denying that they're cis. Don't call me cis. That's the whole reason I made it in the first place. So it's not like I'm creating these people. Huh?
It's in response to other people. The division's already there, bestie.
Exactly. I'm not creating the people who are saying don't call me cis. Like, those people are already there.
Really, again, it is astounding to me that it took me all of like 5 seconds to understand the full grasp of this background, but people will not take that same level of time to actually try to wrap their head around it.
It really did. I remember the first time you joined, you're like, oh, like what? And then you're like, oh, I get it.
I worked it out on my own because I sat there and I just used my brain hole.
I know. And the thing is,
it wasn't that complicated.
And like we just said, though, the people that actually, the ones who are like on the fence or whatever, they're the ones that will still like take a second to understand and like, okay, but the people who have already made up their minds and like, I'm not cis, like those people already exist. This is not creating them again. I have like a whole box full of friends. Hello,
man,
friends.
I wish somebody would get in my box.
It's just for content. I don't even have content, so.
For drama. Okay, Wilbert, there's not really any content, but whatever. Hey, yo.
Oh.
Olivia, people don't generally identify with being transphobic, so it doesn't really mean anything if you tell me you don't identify with that concept.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't identify with being prejudiced or having a dislike of trans people. It's not really my identity. You know, they don't put it on my license.
I know. That would be funny. Like on your ID, it says transphobic.
You know, it would save us some time.
Seriously.
This is bad. All right, you're still here?
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
It's so awful and bad.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I saw the title of the live, and I was watching since like a week ago, and I want to participate because I have a question for you.
Sure.
I don't want to be annoying in any way. I want to say and make clear that I respect all decisions of all grown-up persons or people. Sorry, by English, I'm Latin. Okay. But I have a doubt and a question because you are making a fact that if you don't want to be called cis, now you are transphobic.
That's not what it means.
Is that?
Okay,
so because of your title, I read if you are not cis, you are transphobic.
Right, so it's color coded. Do you see it's color coded?
Excuse me?
It's color coded, so it actually reads if you're not cis, you're trans.
Okay.
And then if you're saying, I'm not cis, I'm a real woman, then that is rooted in transphobia.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to participate.
Okay. Do you think trans women are women?
Yeah, if they want to be whatever they want. They have the right.
No, that's not my question. Are trans women women?
Okay, they are women or women, sorry. If they have all this therapy and surgery and whatever you want to be able.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. I just want to make a point here, and I am very clear that I don't want to be disrespectful. But the thing is that at the beginning, you are like matching that if I am a cis woman, it's the same to be a trans woman. It's just a adjective, right? Adjective for the noun.
It's an adjective, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is that the community doesn't feel comfortable if you make clear that it's trans woman, right?
What community? The trans community?
LGBTQ trans.
Yeah, if you out somebody against their will, it puts them in danger. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, though.
But the thing is that community call itself that LGBTQ trans, right? It's a name that they decide to name their community.
Yeah.
So in what form or in what way that is discriminatory if that the same community decide that name for them? I want to
so
know that.
This is something I can announce for myself.
Good.
Because I am in control of my own personal information and my privacy. But if you take my privacy and you blast it out into the air, that would be putting me in danger. I am in control of me and my business. I get to tell people what I want to tell people. You have your own business. So if you want to blast somebody's privacy, go ahead and blast your own. Stay out of mine.
Okay, so the name that you named not you, but all of you named the community is just for be used by you, right?
In most senses, if there's a conversation about trans people and there are cis people there, yeah, we're going to use the word trans. But if you go in public and you know somebody is trans, you start telling everybody that that person is trans, you would be putting them in danger.
Okay, well, I want to share an experience of mine because I am a flight attendant and I serve a lot of kind of people, a lot, kids, grown up, adult, whatever you want to know, it's served by me. And when I see a man or a woman or whatever dressed like they want to go, let's say, when I'm serving them, if I see a person that is with eyelashes, with long hair, and maybe woman clothes, I don't know, I refer to them as ma'am, miss, what do you want to drink? So I feel I don't have a phobia of any kind, you know. But
you don't have a phobia because you assume people's gender? What?
I mean that I try to make comfortable people, okay?
Yeah,
well,
just
I mean,
because
that's your job.
There's a difference between overt transphobia and covert transphobia. There is, like, you could sit there and you could see somebody who may be obviously like not passing, and you decide to misgender them or whatever, or even if you just know that they're trans, like this guy over here saying it's ma'am. That's just overt transphobia, where they're going out of their way to make sure that they're just going out of their way to make sure to try to put a trans person down, to try to put them in their place. And that would be overt transphobia. But covert or internalized transphobia is transphobia that you're not producing, you're not putting out there in the world so obviously. It's what's in your head. It's what's in your mind. So even though you're like, oh, this person, it looks like they're trying to be a woman, they're dressed like a woman, but secretly I know that they're not. Just because you try to make them comfortable does not mean that you don't have some kind of transphobia.
Okay, but the phobia means fear. You know, phobia.
Phobia is a fear or aversion.
Or aversion, right? I don't have any fear or aversion of any kind of people. But
if you are adverse
that's what I make
to
it
understanding
clear.
Their gender identity. If you're adverse to understanding their gender identity.
No, I'm not adverse. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The aversion. I understand and I hear what you're trying to say.
Yes.
But it's more than just you telling people and affirming their gender outwardly. Your work isn't done just because you outwardly respect people's genders, respect people's pronouns.
Yeah, that's why I want to participate here. If I give respect to people, whatever they want to be, okay, why do I have to be called cis in order to not be phobic? It's like,
you don't have to be called cis. You just don't have to deny the fact that you are.
Yeah, I am, but it's like I go through the street and somebody say, "Hey, black hair woman" or "blonde hair woman." It's like I don't feel it's necessary.
Again,
you know?
Again, nobody's saying you have to be called cis. It's about whether or not you deny that you are.
Yeah.
If you know you're a cis woman, nobody is saying you have to go to Walmart. Go to the local grocery store.
Making an example of my job. But really, for me, I don't feel necessary. Okay, that's what I make it clear, and I don't have it. I think I don't have any kind of phobia or aversion. I can get along with a lot of people. So
Well, you
have a
are
good
a
day.
cisgender. Have a good day. You are a
Thank you.
cisgender woman. It's that simple. You do not have to be called that outside of this kind of conversation.
Yep, that's the point.
If you enter into a trans conversation, that is when this term will come up, and that is when it is necessary. My phone really wants to update. Keeps hitting the skip button on it. But if you enter into a trans space or conversation, and you don't want to be called cis, you've entered into the wrong space or conversation.
Yep, that part. All right, goodbye. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's up?
So I'm not against what you guys are doing here. I just want to top on to kind of get some pointers to kind of help me with my own kid.
Okay.
I hopped on Adora's live the other day to kind of get some pointers, and she tried to pull Ocean on, but Ocean wasn't available. And she tried to pull I think Nerdy, but I don't remember.
Okay.
So my son is 4, and I'm getting a lot of hate from like my community, people on my street, my own family, telling me I'm making him gay, I'm ruining his life, I'm a horrible parent, social services needs to be called, blah 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 blah, because I let him drink out of a pink cup, I let him wear pink Minnie Mouse shoes, I let him wear a dress if he wants to, I let him put his hair up, he plays with baby dolls, he's got a sister, and if that's what he wants to do, I don't understand the harm in it, but I also don't want him to feel the hate. So it's like, do I force him to stop just so that everybody's not down his throat, or do I like just let him keep doing him?
I say you let him keep doing him.
I would say that
you're gonna harm
as your
him.
parent, it is your responsibility to protect him at all costs. But like at the same time, you have to think like part of the whole gender roles, part of the whole damage that comes from all of this is the way that we force these gendered things onto kids, and forcing him to conform based on the hatred of other people. It just it's not great. So it is a mix. I would say support him, but you have to be aware that you're gonna have to like potentially defend him at some points, and that's.
I just try to be so strong in front of him, and like behind closed doors I get so mad, and I've stopped my own family members from coming over because you're not going to tell my 4-year-old, oh, you're a girl. Oh, you're a girl. No, he's him, and he does what he wants to do. And if at the end of the day, he comes to me and says, Mom, I do want to be a girl, then that's what it is. I do feel like I'm a girl, then that's what it is. And I love him and I support him and I want to do that, but I also don't want him hurt. You found him. Good job.
What is kids can't consent to what? What are you talking about? Sorry, that was distracting. I don't know. My daughter's trans. She didn't come out when she was young. But I always just kind of allowed her to do what she wanted as well. Like she wanted her nails painted, and she had a kitchen set, like just I don't know, but I didn't get a lot of backlash from people though, so that it is harder. But it's just stuff. Like I don't know, I don't get it. But yeah, it's something that I think that you should support him with whatever he does, but you're obviously getting backlash from it. So did you have something you wanted to add, Bex?
Yeah, so like obviously childhood is only so long, right? You only have so long to experience being a child. And if this child wants to experience like being more feminine, they have the full right to do so. And I am glad that you seem like so strong in wanting to support your child, because there are a lot of parents out there that would be like your neighbors and saying, no, don't do that. You can't be like this. I just wanted to thank you for coming up here and asking questions, and I say stand by your child 100%.
I just never understood why toys are gender labeled.
I don't understand why anything is gendered, if I'm being fully honest. Yeah. That's my agender brain, though. I don't relate to gender.
I'm like, I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. They're inanimate objects that are toys. Like, what?
Yeah, I think that's just kind of the thing to just tell people, right? Like, it's just stuff, and he likes these things. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it just seems so easy to me. Just be like, he likes them. I let him play with them.
And that's what it felt easy to me too, until we moved to where I live at now. And they're like, I didn't realize it, but they're like the hardcore Bible thumpers, want to shove the Bible down my throat. And I'm like, oh, this is not great. This is not great at all. So I'm just trying to figure out how to shelter him the best without actually sheltering him and letting him be him and do what he wants to do without harming him in the end. Because I feel like if I'm like, no, you can't put them shoes on that he really wanted, so I bought for him, you can't put them on.
That's going to be harder on him.
Right. And that's how I feel. So I just try to shelter him when people say mean stuff. I just kind of try to change the subject, move him away, not let him hear it and not let him see me get upset, because then he's going to know, hey, something's wrong and it's my fault. And I don't want him to feel that way either, because it's not his fault. It's their fault for just being closed-minded.
Right, and he will eventually experience it himself. And that's going to be the harder part for you. But again, just kind of just telling him that it's what he likes. It's so much harder on boys. Like, society is just so much harder on girls. Are definitely allowed to express their gender more in the society we live in. And it does make it harder. I don't know. I don't really have any other good advice other than just support him.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I watch you a lot. I watch Ocean a lot. I watch Adora a lot, just to try and learn as much as I can to help him and watch him blossom to be. He's a great little boy, and I just want him to be great. At the end of the day, that's all I want.
Yeah, I think it's better than teaching him to kind of suppress himself, or oh, don't wear these pink shoes around grandma or whatever. It's just I don't think you should do that. So just support him.
Yeah, we just don't let them over the house, because this is his space and he should be safe in his space. So
yeah, and you may have to just end up doing that more, just cutting people off that are not as safe for him to be around.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Love you guys. See you later.
Bye. Oh, I lost a lot of requests. That's right.
I wanted to hop in earlier and talk about the nice background, as you're trying to say. I have kind backgrounds and nobody joins. Say mine are cis people are valid and stuff like that, and no one joins. I'm trying to be nice to you. Why won't you accept my kindness?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I just wanted to say something in support of the mother who just left and everything in regards to the whole family aspect of it. being from somebody who's been a part of a family that was very much not supportive of literally anything that wasn't Christian nationalism bullshit, fuck the family. If the family doesn't want to support you in the way that you want to raise your kid, letting them express themselves the way that they want to express, then family ain't worth anything. So a lot of people put a lot of heft when it comes to things like parents and stuff like that, which is fine. But if that parent is being overall harmful to you or the kids that you have, they're not worth keeping around. And the fact that that this mother is raising the kid in the way that she is the best possible thing that she could have done. And it was made me really happy to hear that she's not letting the grandparents over if that's how they're acting.
Yeah, I agree. It is hard, you know, and it's hard to just not just choose to be like, oh, you know, I'll just let him be himself at home, but not in public. You know, there's a lot of people that'll do that, and I understand why, right. But it's not good for the child in the long run.
I don't think so either. I think that, like, because I totally empathize with the whole, like, I don't, like, I want to shelter him, but not shelter him at the same time. I think the best possible solution to that would be let him express both publicly and privately, but prepare him. Let him know, like, obviously when he gets to the age that he's going to understand it, let him know that, hey, you know, you're going to continue to do that and that's okay and I'll have your back. But just so you know, you're going to meet people that aren't very nice about this. Their opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think really trying to teach kids that, you know, that's really what we need to be doing, and it is hard. I mean, my oldest child is, you know, trans, and my youngest, she is so supportive of her sister, and it's really funny because she stands up for her everywhere. Like, she will tell people off, adults, it doesn't matter.
Like, that's so good. You raised them right. That's so good. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, she's great. So I do think the newer generations of kids are going to end up being more accepting, but the thing is, there's still a lot of parents that, you know, they're not there with their kids yet, and their kids are the ones that are still remaining the bullies. So
yes, and they learn it from those parents that won't let their kids, like, a lot of it comes from, they learn it from the parents, and then but also the kids being jealous that they can't do the things that these other kids are able to do too. At least in my personal opinion, I think it kind of stems from both.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
100%. It also has a lot to do with, like, as a social species, we crave connection, and we think the best way to get that connection is to conform with what others are doing, right? So you'll try to fit into boxes even if you don't actually. Like, I, as an agender person, tried to fit into the binary in order to be accepted. I tried my best, I swear, but I couldn't. It just wasn't true to me, and I eventually accepted that. And there are people that are still angry about that, and, you know, let them be angry, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, no, exactly. And I'm proud of you for, you know, coming to terms with that with yourself and being like, yeah, this is who I am. Deal with it.
Absolutely.
Like, I myself, I've been, like, I was born male. I've been identifying as male for, like, the majority of my life. At this point, I'm kind of questioning myself. I don't know at this point, but that's fine. I'll find that answer on my own, and fuck anybody who doesn't support that, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I have another request. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you guys take care.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, what a nice person. Okay. I don't support that. Okay.
Thank you for letting us know. Why should I care?
Hello?
From what TikTok is telling me, your signal might be in McDonald's right now.
Oh,
Hello.
you do have poor signal.
How should I behave, or how should I approach if I have a kid and it tells me, "Mommy, I don't feel in the right body"?
You support them with whatever they say. we just told the last, like you've been here, you've been in my box this whole time. I'm pretty sure you know. And you have terrible signal, so we can't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, here's a crazy idea. Just let your kid express themselves.
Wild.
Controversial take. Children should have the right to express themselves.
Thank you for calling Val Impatient. This is John. How may I help you?
Hey, John, this is Jessica
Hey, let's mute that friend.
Yeah, what is that? Mr. Cactus, I have seen you around. I'm not letting you in. All right, anyone else in opposition of the background that want to chat about it? I had a few before when the person was looking for advice and then they left because
if you're not cis or transphobic, that makes no sense. Use your brain. That would be my recommendation to that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything better to give you there. A rar.
Use your brain. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Making an example of my job. But really, for me, I don't feel necessary. Okay? That's what I make it clear, and I don't have it. I think I don't have any kind of phobia or aversion. I can get along wherever with a lot of people. So,
well, you are a
day.
cisgender. Have a good day. You are a cisgender woman. It's that simple. You do not have to be called that outside of this kind of conversation.
Yep, that's the point.
If you enter into a trans conversation, that is when this term will come up, and that is when it is necessary. My phone really wants to update. Keep hitting the skip button on it. If you enter into a trans space or conversation, and you don't want to be called cis, you've entered into the wrong space or conversation.
Yep, that part. All right, goodbye. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's up?
So I'm not against what you guys are doing here. I just want to top on to kind of get some pointers to kind of help me with my own kid. I hopped on Adora's live the other day to kind of get some pointers, and she tried to pull Ocean on, but Ocean wasn't available. And she tried to pull I think Nerdy, but I don't remember. So my son is 4, and I'm getting a lot of hate from like my community, people on my street, my own family, telling me I'm making him gay, I'm ruining his life, I'm a horrible parent, social services needs to be called, blah 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 blah, because I let him drink out of a pink cup, I let him wear pink Minnie Mouse shoes, I let him wear a dress if he wants to, I let him put his hair up, he plays with baby dolls, he's got a sister, and if that's what he wants to do, I don't understand the harm in it, but I also don't want him to feel the hate. So it's like, do I force him to stop just so that everybody's not down his throat, or do I just let him keep doing him?
I say you let him keep doing him.
I would say that
you're going to harm
as your
him.
parent, it is your responsibility to protect him at all costs. But at the same time, you have to think part of the whole gender roles, part of the whole damage that comes from all of this is the way that we force these gendered things onto kids, and forcing him to conform based on the hatred of other people, it just it's not great. So it is a mix. I would say support him, but you have to be aware that you're gonna have to like potentially defend him at some points, and that's.
I just try to be so strong in front of him, and like behind closed doors I get so mad, and I've stopped my own family members from coming over because you're not going to tell my 4-year-old, oh, you're a girl. Oh, you're a girl. No, he's him, and he does what he wants to do. And if at the end of the day he comes to me and says, Mom, I do want to be a girl, then that's what it is. I do feel like I'm a girl, then that's what it is. And I love him and I support him and I want to do that, but I also don't want him hurt. You found him. Good job.
What is kids can't consent to what? What are you talking about? Sorry, that was distracting. I don't know. My daughter's trans. She didn't come out when she was young. But I always just kind of allowed her to do what she wanted as well. Like she wanted her nails painted, and she had a kitchen set. Like just, I don't know. But I didn't get a lot of backlash from people though, so that is harder. But it's just stuff. Like I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, it's something that I think that you should support him with whatever he does. But you're obviously getting backlash from it. So did you have something you wanted to add, Bex?
Yeah, so like obviously childhood is only so long, right? You only have so long to experience being a child. And if this child wants to experience like being more feminine, they have the full right to do so. And I am glad that you seem like so strong in wanting to support your child, because there are a lot of parents out there that would be like your neighbors and saying, no, don't do that. You can't be like this. I just wanted to thank you for coming up here and asking questions. And I say stand by your child 100%.
I just never understood why toys are gender labeled.
I don't understand why anything is gendered, if I'm being fully honest. Yeah. That's my agender brain, though. I don't relate to gender.
I'm like, I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. They're inanimate objects that are toys. Like, what?
Yeah, I think that's just kind of the thing to just tell people, right? Like, it's just stuff, and he likes these things, so... I mean, I don't know. Like, it just seems so easy to me. Just be like, he likes them. I let him play with them.
And that's what it felt easy to me too, until we moved to where I live at now. And they're like, I didn't realize it, but they're like the hardcore Bible thumpers, want to shove the Bible down my throat. And I'm like, oh, this is not great. This is not great at all. So I'm just trying to figure out how to shelter him the best without actually sheltering him and letting him be him and do what he wants to do without harming him in the end. Because I feel like if I'm like, no, you can't put them shoes on that he really wanted, so I bought for him, you can't put them on.
That's going to be harder on him.
Right. And that's how I feel. So I just try to shelter him when people say mean stuff. I just kind of try to change the subject, move him away, not let him hear it and not let him see me get upset, because then he's going to know, hey, something's wrong and it's my fault. And I don't want him to feel that way either, because it's not his fault. It's their fault for just being closed-minded.
Right. And he will eventually experience it himself. And that's going to be the harder part for you. But again, just kind of just telling him that it's what he likes. It's so much harder on boys. Like, society is just so much harder on girls. Are definitely allowed to express their gender more in the society we live in. And it does make it harder. I don't know. I don't really have any other good advice other than just support him.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome.
I watch you a lot. I watch Ocean a lot. I watch Adora a lot just to try and learn as much as I can to help him and watch him blossom to be. He's a great little boy, and I just want him to be great. At the end of the day, that's all I want.
Yeah, I think it's better than like teaching him to kind of like suppress himself or like, oh, don't wear these pink shoes around grandma or whatever. It's just, I don't think you should do that. So just support him.
Yeah, we just don't let them over the house because this is his space and he should be safe in his space. So.
Yeah, and you may have to just end up doing that more, like just cutting people off that are not as safe for him to be around.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Love you guys. See you later.
Bye. Oh, I lost a lot of requests. That's all right.
I wanted to hop in earlier and talk about like the nice background as you were trying to say. I have kind backgrounds and nobody joins. Say mine are like cis people are valid and stuff like that, and no one joins. I'm trying to be nice to you. Why won't you accept my kindness?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I just wanted to say something in support of the mother who just left and everything in regards to the whole family aspect of it. Being from somebody who's been a part of a family that was very much not supportive of literally anything that wasn't Christian nationalism bullshit, fuck the family. If the family doesn't want to support you in the way that you want to raise your kid, letting them express themselves the way that they want to express, then family ain't worth anything. So a lot of people put a lot of heft when it comes to things like parents and stuff like that, which is fine. But if that parent is being overall harmful to you or the kids that you have, they're not worth keeping around. And the fact that that this mother is raising the kid in the way that she is the best possible thing that she could have done. And it made me really happy to hear that she's not letting the grandparents over if that's how they're acting.
Yeah, I agree. It is hard, you know, and it's hard to just not just choose to be like, oh, you know, I'll just let him be himself at home, but not in public. You know, there's a lot of people that'll do that, and I understand why, right. But it's not good for the child in the long run.
I don't think so either. I think that, like, because I totally empathize with the whole, like, I don't, like, I want to shelter him, but not shelter him at the same time. I think the best possible solution to that would be let him express both publicly and privately, but prepare him. Let him know, like, obviously when he gets to the age that he's going to understand it, let him know that, hey, you know, you're going to continue to do that and that's okay and I'll have your back. But just so you know, you're going to meet people that aren't very nice about this. Their opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think really trying to teach kids that, you know, that's really what we need to be doing, and it is hard. I mean, my oldest child is, you know, trans, and my youngest, she is so supportive of her sister, and it's really funny because she stands up for her everywhere. Like, she will tell people off, adult, it doesn't matter.
Oh, like, that's so good. You raised them right. That's so good. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, she's great. So I do think the newer generations of kids are going to end up being more accepting, but the thing is, there's still a lot of parents that, you know, they're not there with their kids yet, and their kids are the ones that are still remaining the bullies. So
yes, and they learn it from those parents that won't let their kids, like, a lot of it comes from, they learn it from the parents, and then but also the kids being jealous that they can't do the things that these other kids are able to do too. At least in my personal opinion, I think it kind of stems from both.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
100%. It also has a lot to do with, like, as a social species, we crave connection, and we think the best way to get that connection is to conform with what others are doing, right? So you'll try to fit into boxes even if you don't actually. Like, I, as an agender person, tried to fit into the binary in order to be accepted. I tried my best, I swear, but I couldn't. It just wasn't true to me, and I eventually accepted that. And there are people that are still angry about that, and, you know, let them be angry, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, no, exactly. And I'm proud of you for, coming to terms with that with yourself and being like, yeah, this is who I am. Deal with it.
Absolutely.
I myself, I've been, I was born male. I've been identifying as male for, the majority of my life. At this point, I'm kind of questioning myself. I don't know at this point, but that's fine. I'll find that answer on my own. And fuck anybody who doesn't support that, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I have another request. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you guys take care.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, what a nice person. Okay. I don't support that. Okay.
Thank you for letting us know. Why should I care?
Hello?
From what TikTok is telling me, your signal might be in McDonald's right now.
Oh,
Hello.
you do have poor signal.
How should I behave, or how should I approach if I have a kid and it turns that tells me, "Mommy, I don't feel in the right body"?
You support them with whatever they say. Like we just told the last, you've been here, you've been in my box this whole time. I'm pretty sure you know. And you have terrible signal, so we can't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, here's a crazy idea. Just let your kid express themselves.
Wild.
Controversial take. Children should have the right to express themselves.
Thank you for calling Valor Inpatient. This is John. How may I help you?
Hey, John, this is Jessica
Hey, let's mute that friend.
Yeah, what is that? Mr. Cactus, I have seen you around. I'm not letting you in. All right, anyone else in opposition of the background that want to chat about it? I had a few before when the person was looking for advice and then they left because...
If you're not cis or transphobic, that makes no sense. Use your brain. That would be my recommendation to that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything better to give you there. A rar.
Use your brain. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
It's as simple as I'll put the pronoun background behind me, and it's there are 9 pronouns in here, so how they're used, and people are like, why are we talking about pronouns? I'm like, because people are getting mad at them, and I don't understand. I just want to talk about English and how it works, please.
It's so funny. Can't you be nice? I'm like, no, if I'm nice, nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah, all I get are questions are why are we talking about this?
I built my following off of being hot and talking angry to men.
I don't know.
There are 9 different types of pronouns.
Not 9 different.
You can stop by one of my lives later and find out what they are.
They won't. You already said it. It's being nice isn't being very successful.
I know.
Maybe you should change it to... Maybe you should change it.
Intimidating. If I tried to be intimidating, nobody would take me seriously.
You should try it. If you don't know that there's 9 different types of pronouns, you're dumb.
Yes. That's what you need to do.
The only way to get interaction is by, like, if you're, unfortunately, nobody wants to have a conversation just based on niceness. People on the internet love a trash fire. Ocean is dumbphobic. I gotta be real with you. I'm dumbphobic.
I just find it so ironic though, because they're over here like, you're being so rude to me. Well, I would try to be nice and nobody wants to interact. What is?
If you don't know this, you're dumb. I mean, I bet you'll get more views. Anyone else want to come in?
Any friends that are not friends that do not like the background? Don't worry. None of us are scary people. Ocean is such a vibe. I love being a vibe.
We are so nice. Look at us.
I'm not. Don't ever paint me that way again. I will not have this slander happen right in front of my face.
Nice? What?
There you go. Exactly. I am not nice.
Which name do you prefer?
So Andromeda is the name I'm going to, but because TikTok's a little bit slow on the uptake, I'm gonna. I put this as this, but my other name, like my actual tag, my @ is actually Andromeda.
Yeah, when you join, that's what it says. Like, it pops up with Andromeda.
Hey, I just wanted to come up here and say, like, I really respect what y'all doing. And I fuck with y'all openness about this. Actually, I'm just kidding. You'll never be a fucking woman, you stupid bitch.
Wow.
Did you get what you needed out? See, Arar. See, some of my favorite things to do is when they come up and they do that is actually just sit there. Because when I'm on my live, they'll do it. And then I won't immediately drop them. And then they'll just go silent because they got out what they needed to go out. And you're just like...
Anything else?
You're done? You're good? Because it's awkward for them because they don't expect to actually like get that far.
That's so funny. That's a really good idea. I'll have to do that.
And so they end up either sitting there and repeating themselves, or you're just like, "Did you get it all out?" They're like, "Yeah, I did." Like, cool, good.
That's so funny. You'll never be a woman. Like, wow. Okay, thanks.
Rawr.
It's like, well, here I am.
Don't get excited for him. He's an asshole.
He's back in the box.
Is he back in the box? Come on up, friend.
Should I let him back in?
Sure.
He has more to say, apparently.
Apparently he did not get it all out. I would just have your respective button pulled up.
Hey, I apologize for earlier. I got Tourette syndrome, so like sometimes shit just slips out.
Okay, yeah, just get rid of it.
But let's really have a conversation about this.
No, you're not gonna pull this. I got Tourette shit.
Jesus.
I was just expecting him to come in screaming again. That's
hey, somebody with a super straight flag is literally called "Don't make me cis" or "Don't call me cis." Imagine making your entire personality transphobia.
Hello?
How's it?
What's up?
What's everyone's pronouns, if I may ask?
She, her.
All pronouns personally.
She, her.
Okay. How are you guys?
What are your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him.
Cool. All right, what's up?
Yeah. No, I'm just coming to debate with you guys, if that's fine.
Well, we don't really debate, but okay. What's up?
If you're not cis, I also agree. I think you're transphobic. I think you're right.
You what? What?
Like, because if you're cisgender, if you can't accept it, then I think you are transphobic.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think he was hoping to co-host.
Some of these comments are rude, eh?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Jeez. Is it tough being trans or not?
Jeez.
Yeah, sometimes.
Away.
Because people are very unaccepting, I'd say.
Yes. They are.
I think they've got small dicks. I don't know.
Careful, TikTok doesn't like when you tell the truth.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we are out of... Do we have any more opposition? I am not letting you back in. I don't know why you think you should come back in here.
Drop. I'm scaring too many people.
Yeah,
Stop
you're
requesting.
frightening them.
I will have to block you. Like, go away.
Have a great day, everyone.
Are you really leaving that?
I don't know how to get people to come up here. Besides, listen, if you don't want to argue with the agender drag king, then like, shame on you.
Mm. What did you guys do today?
This.
The whole day?
Well, pretty much. It's only
I mean, we just started.
10:20 a.m.
What's your name at the bottom right?
Andromeda.
Andromeda. Okay, like the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. When did you realize that you were trans?
I had a full realization at 21. I knew that I wanted to be a girl at 14, and I experienced onset gender dysphoria at 9.
Okay.
Yeah! I love it. It actually fits on my face now.
Yeah, that's cool that it's doing that. This one looks a little suspicious.
We love suspicious ones.
Do we?
Yeah.
It might be a child.
As
I
long as
mean,
they
just
don't hate.
have your little things pulled up for them.
Okay.
That's what I started doing. If somebody's suspicious, I just pull the thing up.
Yeah, but then I can't see if they load. Okay, they're here. Hello?
Hello.
You're really quiet.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I totally support you guys, but how are we supposed to accept y'all if you can accept yourself?
You can't say you fully support someone and then say you don't.
We do accept ourselves.
You guys are a bit delusional. Like you guys are a bit delusional. Like you
Bro,
can
don't
just
say
wake
that
up.
shit.
Like, wait, don't close me, you dumbass. Don't close me. You
Oh, jeez. Okay.
No,
I knew it was
that's not cool.
suspicious.
That's not sick.
So, if I can make a suggestion, I'm sorry, I can English, I promise. Suggestion for the last guest, get some herbal tea, take some deep breaths, relax a bit, maybe light a candle.
Go take a bath. Go take a bath.
I've never been that angry from TikTok, like seeing someone live. Like, I've been confused, but not that angry.
Hello?
Well, I'm confused too. That's why I'm friends.
Hello?
Hi. I'm a little confused about the text above the definition for cisgender. Could you explain that for me, please?
How old are you?
I'm 14.
Yeah, you're too young. We can explain it after you leave.
After you leave.
Sorry, can't have you in here. You wanted to know what cisgender means, I'm assuming, right?
No, the text above it. If you're not cis or transphobic. If you're not cis, you're trans, and if you deny the fact that you're cis, when you are, you're transphobic.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Jesus.
How is everyone?
Fine. You had a lot of background noise. What's up?
Thanks, and you? How are you?
So, why am I transphobic if I don't like to be called cis? I don't understand that.
It's not about whether or not you're called cis. It's whether or not you deny that you are. You don't have to be called cis.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm asking because I have no idea what a cis even is, to be honest with you. What
It is
is
cisgender.
you're describing it in the.
Can I ask you a question? Can you get like a different microphone or something?
Yes. Hold on one second.
It is annihilating my poor baby ears.
How about this?
That is the same exact sound.
Sorry, I was using a Bluetooth.
There you go. Okay,
How about
that sounds better. That doesn't hurt my head. All right.
Sorry, I was using a Bluetooth.
So yeah, when it
Sorry
comes
about
to cis, so cisgender is the entire word. It's just the opposite of transgender. It's just a word that denotes the opposite of transgender.
Okay. So if I deny being cis, I'm transphobic. That's what I don't understand.
It's because it's not it's not the inherent denial of the word. It's typically the logic behind why people deny the word.
Right. There's no like good reason.
Oh.
Yeah, because they generally use trans as either some kind of slur or as a delegitimizing of of the concept of being a woman. You're not a woman, you're a trans woman. So they feel like that cis as a word isn't somehow like the same thing. It delegitimizes or it describes that gender in the exact same way trans people's is. And so now it is this misconception that we're using cis to somehow like slap back or something, when in reality it's just a word that has existed for longer than I've been alive that just denotes that you're not transgender.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
okay, that makes sense.
That's what people are so angry about.
Yeah.
Well, then there's really no reason to be angry if you're not like saying you better call yourself cis, or you better when you're addressing people you're calling them cis, why are you angry? I don't understand.
All we want is for people to acknowledge that word is applicable to some people. It's just a word.
Yeah, really.
I'll say, like, I'm not gonna go out in public and be like, "Hey, cis people, how's it going?" Because that's so.
I might start doing it.
It's a great word. It's nothing. It's like saying you're white, or you're Asian, you're cis. That's it. It's not like you're going around, "Hey, Asian man," or "Hey, cis man," or "Hey, cis woman," or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just an
that makes
adjective.
sense.
You
Thank
don't
you.
have to call people it. It's literally just the descriptor. And people be getting upset about things.
People be getting upset.
People are just sensitive on the internet. Is the long and short of this.
No, I think that people are scared of something that doesn't describe themselves. Like that they're scared of something different, or they're scared. They're just living in fear of other people's lives when they should just be minding their business.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Mike. Appreciate it.
What my point is it's like, what does it make a difference if a person is straight, gay, trans? What is it to you when you go home? Are they in your home? I don't get it. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, if somebody's treating you with respect and love, why can't you just treat them with respect and love back? Why does it have to be about their gender or their sexuality? Or that doesn't make sense. If they're not sleeping in your bed, then it's none of your business.
Because
if they're not feeding you, funding you, or fucking you, I don't know why they're in any of our businesses.
That exactly. And I don't understand why they're going out of their way to make it their business. It doesn't make sense at all. The way things are going, you're going to have trans men with beer, full trans men going into women's bathrooms. That's what they want. I don't understand that.
Because they don't know.
Why not just leave it alone? Why not just leave it alone? Like this, it's not like.
Do you know how many people I've talked to that actually don't even know that trans men are a thing? They think there's only trans women.
People like me.
Well, that's how ignorant they are. They're not trying to educate themselves.
So, like, you're trying, all the things that you're trying to figure out right now, they're not thinking that deep. They're just literally like, oh no, they don't want to learn. They're just transphobic. That's just
it's so refreshing hearing someone actually willing to listen and learn.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's the only reason I wanted to come on, because I really didn't know what cis is. I hear it all the time. I'm on TikTok all the time, and I've asked. I don't know how many times I've asked people to explain cis to me. Nobody's explained it like that to me, and it just made perfect sense. Like, so as soon as I saw if you're not cis, you're transphobic. I actually took offense to that because I'm not transphobic, but now I don't, because it's just an adjectory word, and why should I be offended? Doesn't make sense.
Exactly, it doesn't make sense.
The same exact people, I have found this to be true, the same exact people that are offended, at least among men, that are offended by the word cis are the same people who go around and say that people couldn't survive a fucking COD Modern Warfare 2 fucking lobby. Like, the same people that said that this generation doesn't have thick skin are the same people offended by this basic ass word.
Exactly. Thank you for coming in, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good day.
The people that say Gen Z has like Peter Pan syndrome or something, nah, you just.
What is Peter Pan syndrome?
So Peter Pan syndrome is where you don't want to age, right? You're like genuine fearful of growing older. My generation doesn't have Peter Pan syndrome. We're just like energetic and we are ourselves. We're chaotic.
We do have a Peter Pan syndrome. I can agree with that. We do.
I would say that it would be inaccurate to actually group all people within any kind of demographic to such a broad thing.
Valid.
All right, so I'm supposed to introduce myself. Hey, Mel, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm not opposition, but first, I just need to get away from the transphobic lives because I can't take it anymore. Okay, I'm finished.
Are you sure you want to be here?
Yeah, I mean, you're not. I mean, it's a trans-friendly live, but you're still gonna run into a lot of transphobic assholes.
Yeah, but they can't interrupt me when I'm talking.
That's true.
You got support here.
Thanks.
I'm not a cis man. I'm just a man. See?
Yeah,
all right, just a man. You can just see your way out.
No one said you're not a man, dude.
Go. Bye. Bye-bye.
It's weird when people say they're just a man or just a woman. Like, no other descriptors are applicable to you? How is that a thing? How are you... Wait.
Free of all descriptors. Except man. Man, I'm, like, they're a big fan of. Being called a man, love it.
And an
That's
American.
a good descriptor. However, every other descriptor is bad.
I'm sorry. All they want to be known as all they want to be known as is an American man. That's it. Those are the two descriptors that they.
America is important. America's real important, though.
They also
Of course.
like straight, though. They're very proud of being straight.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I don't see it. Like, if you want to be proud for being straight, that's fine. But I mean, like, I don't understand why they have to put that on display. Like, hey, I'm a straight guy. Like, good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah, why do we have to know about it? Just keep it in your own home.
Normal.
I'm not a trans man. I'm
Of them shoving it down our throats. It's really...
Right? Like, if you want to have your pride parades, go have them, I guess. Well, like, but just don't make it my problem.
Are there straight parades?
There have been attempts at straight pride parades. They never go well.
Going to something like that. Do you know how awful that would be? As a straight person, I would never go to a straight parade.
That would be cringe. I'm gonna be real. That would be cringe on Maine.
Oh no!
How much camo do you think there is there?
What would the theme be? What would we be doing?
Look at me. I think I'm oppressed, but I'm not.
It's gonna be.
What would you do?
It's gonna be red, white, and blue, black and white.
Women. It's going to be men and women meeting at a gym. They'll play music, and then the men will stand on one wall, and then the women will stand against the opposite wall, and they'll just stare awkwardly, and there will be a single pair, a man and a woman being the only ones who are dancing.
Are they gonna have gender reveals in there too?
They might have gender reveals, but they might burn down the gym when they do it.
Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. That sounds chaotic.
No, I don't like it. I don't want to go.
They'll have the straight pride flags all over the place, so you'll just see black and white all over the place. A bunch of people wearing like camo cargo pants. It'll be a whole thing.
That sounds ridiculous. I'm not gonna wear cargo pants. That's not gonna happen.
Listen, I don't know what else they plan at these straight pride parades.
Neither do I. I'm so trans, I'm cis. What does that mean? I'm so trans, I'm cis. What?
My kids actually like apologize to me for being straight. That's how like sad it is now.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Like, you're so fucking boring.
I'm so sorry you're straight. That must be a terrible existence. It is. Yeah, imagine we don't have to worry about going into a different bathroom. That sucks, right?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
I'm so cis. I'm trans. I still don't get what that means.
No.
I think they were just copying the other person, just turning it around.
Oh. Well, this is actually very refreshing. I've actually been kicked from Transphobic Lies because I said, yeah, I believe trans women are women. They just kicked me. Like, I thought this was a debate.
Kick him out. He just said trans women are women. Kick him right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny, too, because they're the ones that are like, all they do, especially when they talk about my lab, is censor people. They just kick people out that don't agree. Like, it really takes me a while to kick someone out. If people ask anyone here, I have a hard time kicking people out unless they say, like, slurs or something completely wild.
Like, I'm literally not kidding. They just like, are you in opposition? Like, yes, I believe trans women are women. And they just kicked me like 5 seconds later. I'm like, what the heck? Thanks for talking to me.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You alright? I don't really know what I'm going to say. Because I know what your thing means. You are not cis, if you're not cis, you're trans. Not trans.
Red coat.
Okay, so
yeah, what's up, red coat?
You don't know
what's your problem with the background?
No, I didn't say there was a problem. I've been on this live before, so I know it doesn't mean if you're not cis, you're transphobic.
Yeah.
It's saying if you're not cis, you're trans or whatever, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Like you deny the concept that like cisgender is an applicable term to you when you are cisgender. Like the logic behind it would make you transphobic, but you don't have to call yourself like cis.
Yeah, I don't call myself cis.
Yeah, you don't have to. By the way, I just looked it up. We just missed a straight pride parade 4 days ago in Boston.
Oh no! Did there other pictures?
Oh, did
people actually show up?
I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see what
I'm trying to find actual footage of it, but they gave a comprehensive list because it's called "Rise Against Lies" in Boston.
God.
And they gave a comprehensive list of the lies. Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Hit me.
Russia collusion. Actually, it just now occurred to me that if I read these, I might get taken down for misinformation.
Oh, okay. So maybe, how about you just send us the list?
Can you like word it a little differently or something?
Or no, there's no way to.
Paraphrase it.
Change the words a little bit.
So it's Russian collusion, calling everything they disagree with as racist, calling the January 6th protests an insurrection, denoting the far right, lies and hysteria, all kinds of different things. I cannot get into more specifics. I'm going to drop it in both Discords.
What does this have to do with being
What
straight?
does that have to do with being straight?
I don't know, but they called it a straight pride parade.
Sounds more like a white supremacist parade.
Listen, I want to say I find it funny when they try to say the LGBTQ plus community is a cult and then they're off doing stuff like this.
Yeah. Really.
What is this?
What? Oh, Jesus.
Starting now.
Ah, puppy. Whoa. He keeps growling every single time I talk.
He doesn't like hugs.
Oh, I thought he was growling at me. I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
No, he doesn't like hugs. See? You give him a hug and he growls.
Oh, he doesn't like hugs.
No.
And my 3-year-old sister doesn't like it when I give her hugs. She'll let mom give her hugs, but not me.
Well, you know.
It hurts my feelings.
Yeah, Nacho, why don't you want me to give you hugs? Huh?
Yes, I'm transphobic. Wow. At least you're honest.
No.
I need better emojis. Your emojis are awesome, Mel.
My nacho emoji? You have cute emojis. Nacho is cis? I mean, I assume. He's assumed to be a cisgender dog.
I mean, dogs don't have gender, so...
So if you can be offensive, I can be? What are you talking about? What are you offended by?
Maybe we were making fun of straight pride too much. Like, I went there. It was great.
Straight? No, that doesn't.
I went there. It was such an amazing time.
I was gonna say, we haven't said anything directly to anyone. We're joking about straight pride because it sounds dumb as hell.
It's
like, what do you do there?
It sounds more like a parade for. You can call it anything. Hey, Republican Pride Parade, alt-right parade. Like, why straight pride?
Because they can get away with
they're
it.
real proud of being straight.
And then they can kind of hide by that. Ugh,
What's up, Carl?
This is why my kids apologize for me for being straight.
Hello, how are you? You okay?
Because of this.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Carl?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
You're kind of shouting a little bit. You're coming through pretty loud.
Oh, fuck. Thank you for the sub.
Don't know if you can hear me okay or not.
Yeah, we hear you.
It was my signals dropped as soon as I requested. Oh, okay. So brilliant. So I'm a 39-year-old white heterosexual born male, identify male, and so I fit right into the bracket of what you would class as cisgender. Would you agree with that?
I don't think that being heterosexual has anything to do with it, but sure.
It doesn't, but...
Okay.
But born male
my
identifies...
apologies, I'm still learning.
Okay, so born male identifies as man.
So I'm still learning. So apologies. Okay. So but what I find odd, and I'm hoping you please don't take offence, but you can help me understand is that this word, I've had a quick look into it, kind of came about the word cisgender from what I can see around about 1994, and I was born quite a few years before that, and I wasn't transphobic before that word. And I don't consider myself transphobic since that word.
The word
so why
really
does that word matter?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
All right,
so my question is, if I wasn't transphobic before the word came about, and I don't consider myself transphobic since, why does the word matter?
Because it isn't the word itself, it's the logic behind why you wouldn't identify with the word cis.
Right. You're not transphobic because you are cis. We'll call people transphobic if they continue to deny that they are cis.
Right, and
because they want to be seen as
even
the real ones.
When you came in, you even said you like recognize being cis, but you didn't call yourself cis.
Yeah, I understand. If I was to look at the description of the word cisgender as you put it up there, then categorically I would fall into the remit of what that describes.
Right.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, an invented description 10 years after I was born doesn't identify me.
It was
all
made in 1914, bro.
All words are made up.
Also
all of them are.
Can
Trying to denote cis as being invented.
Bex, you can
it's invented.
Control.
So, You know how Latin is basically the scientific language, right? Like Latin prefixes
Yeah,
are
yeah,
used
of
very
course.
often. Yeah.
This
Cis is a Latin prefix that is attached to gender, which is psychosocial, psycho meaning psychological, and social meaning sociological, which are both forms of science. Even if it's like a newer phrase, it's still a valid phrase and scientific term.
Why does the age of the word matter? Did you use the word Google in like the past few days? Because that's a new word according to your logic.
No, I
It's pumpkin
completely get
spice, by
it.
the way.
I just have a discussion and ask the question rather than not understand, if that makes sense.
The word itself doesn't determine if you're transphobic or not. Your ideology does.
Right.
Yeah.
So you understand that you are cis, correct?
Of course, but the definition as it is wrote there, then that describes who I am, yeah.
Okay, then that's it then. You understand that you're cis, but we're not saying you're transphobic because you are cis. Do you get it?
Yeah, of course, I do understand it. And just to clarify as well, where a few people thought, see, when I first joined this live, it was just after he was talking about the white straight pride. And I was thinking, oh my God, they're just straight heterosexual bashing. What's going on? And then I realized from listening a little bit longer that actually it was kind of tongue in cheek and it was very just playful. It wasn't like an all out, I've dropped on a live that just hates anybody who's not trans. So I think a few people, if they just joined at the wrong time, might have got a bit misunderstood.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry,
trans
what?
people can
No,
also be
straightness is
straight,
disease.
so
Again, being hetero or homosexual doesn't have anything to do with trans people.
not at all.
No, it was I joined just at the same time as where you were saying like your children apologise for being straight, and then I think one of the people in here said, "Oh, that must be so terrible for them having their own toilets and having this," and it seemed a little bit kind of like, "Oh, right, okay, so if you're straight, you're just seen as having privilege," and it was almost, it looked like it was being bashed.
You do have privilege if you're straight.
Yeah.
You have privilege if you're straight, and you have privilege if you're cis.
We were making jokes about it because that's what we do. We were having a laugh.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
are you upset at us because we were making fun of a straight pride parade? Is that what this is?
No. So,
Carl, it was pretty ridiculous. Let's just be honest.
Hey, Carl.
No. So if you listen to me, what I've said is,
Carl.
And you keep saying, yes,
Carl.
Sorry.
Oh, Nerdy's here.
Hi. So I'm Nerdy. Nice to meet you, Carl. Why are you mocking trans people on your page?
Oh, jeez.
Why am I mocking trans people on my page?
Oh, gosh.
Can you please tell me what that relates to?
Yeah, so you don't deny it, which is interesting. There's a video of you mocking a trans woman who is dressed like Spider-Man.
Dressed as Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
I do stand-up comedy, so I post hundreds of videos, so this would need to be...
Wait a minute. You do stand-up comedy and you were like, oh, they're talking about a straight pride parade, and you like...
No, so you're all...
Seriously? Like, we don't like...
No. So what I was saying is, when I first joined the live, you were talking about the straight pride, and for anyone joining at that moment without any context could have took it the wrong way. Only by listening did I realize the context
trans people?
And to realize you wasn't.
Why are you mocking trans people in your videos?
I don't believe I'm mocking trans people.
Really?
You are.
Do you know what one of the hashtags are?
Just 1 second. Is this the lady who does the transition?
What?
On the Spider-Man transition?
What?
The video, Nerdy, that you're commenting about, is that the video regarding the transition?
It's a trans person who is removing their costume and taking their makeup off, and you thought it would be funny, I guess tongue-in-cheek, to put cosplay and transition as the hashtags.
Yeah, because I looked at the cosplay and the transition rather than the gender of the person. Weren't looking at that. I was looking at the video as a whole.
Really? Because there's no other videos like that on your page.
No.
It's specifically because that person is trans.
Well, I would disagree with you and see that mine was more a shock factor. If you look at the comments, everyone is saying about how great they look,
I don't care
and
about the
things like that.
comments.
We
There's
don't
no
care what the
hateful.
comments are saying, dude.
Intent versus impact.
Well, what I would say is that if I felt it was having a negative impact against anybody in a negative manner, I would have removed that video straight away. The fact that the video shows it supporting and people are saying how good they look, then that plays with the angle that I was looking for. So I
Really?
don't take. Absolutely.
Really? That's your
Absolutely.
take? That you
Absolutely.
get to mock a trans person, but because the comments are like A-OK, that makes it cool? And you continue
No,
to, get views and profit off of it? Interesting.
but you're saying that I'm mocking a trans person. That is your perspective. My perspective on that particular video is that that was not the intention. At
Intent
no
versus
way do I
Your
impact.
mention the
intention
gender.
doesn't matter. Your
Intent
impact
versus
does.
impact.
Okay,
Right,
so if your
okay, so
intention was good, then you will learn from your mistake and
Yeah.
correct it.
absolutely. I mean, I will go back and look at that video straight away because you will see, and my page is open. I don't have backup accounts. I don't do all the kind of rest of the stuff, assuming I will be taken down or anything like that. It is
Nobody
just
said that.
kind of
Like the
no,
fact
I know.
that you're defending it from this perspective says a lot. That you say, "Oh, I do comedy," and "Oh, my profile is open for everybody," and "Oh, the comments are nice." Like that's weird.
Weird. By whose view?
My view.
Okay, so then I will agree to disagree with you. Of course, and I understand that people may stand together and share a similar view. I would say the overall view of it would fall with me that the intention was a humorous one, not a personal attack on a person at all.
So wait, let me back up a second. You're saying that the only view that matters is yours because you're the one that posted it. Do you know anything about
Nope.
comedy? Because it sounds like you're punching down and you're justifying it.
100%. Anybody who's been to one of my shows know I punch inwards or up, never out and down. So that is a case of a thing. You're asking me, you're saying that I'm trying to justify my reasons. Absolutely, because if I feel that they are being taken out of context, I will do. You're picking one video there and making assumptions that intent was there to cause harm.
Intent versus impact.
Okay, and I agree with you on that, the intent versus impact. Every action has a reaction. So the only thing is, with any type of comedy is, you're never going to 100% satisfy everybody. At some point, anything, you could say you're walking down the street and somebody who's lost their legs could take offense from that.
You're fighting awful hard to defend this.
Okay, the thing is, I guess I didn't see the video, but if it's coming off where people are going to be viewing it as mocking trans people, it probably wasn't a very good choice on your part.
Absolutely. And I will quite happily look at the video again and I'll look at the comments and look at how it's being perceived.
And do nothing.
and then not do nothing, because listen, just because I'm standing up for myself on this one doesn't mean that I won't sit back, look, then I'll correct it. Nobody's above improving themselves, so don't please judge me on that one video and assume that suddenly I've got a deep intent of causing hatred for trans people, which I absolutely haven't. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. It doesn't mean that your opinion is wrong, but it doesn't mean mine is either.
So do you think that, actually, you know what? I don't even want to engage with you anymore because it's clear that you're not looking at this from the perspective that I am and that other people are. And you think that you get to hide under the veil of comedy as if that somehow absolves you from the responsibility of the things that you post because you're more concerned about your intent rather than the impact of what you do. When trans and non-binary people can see that video and go, oh, look, another person mocking me for my quote unquote transition and saying it's cosplay, because we know There are thousands of other videos out there that you could have shown where somebody was wearing
Try your best to be happy for someone.
a bunch of makeup for a character that they could have, removed. I see those all over TikTok. You could have posted that. You could have posted one of those, but you chose not to. And that is very telling.
But I didn't go looking for that video.
Hey,
And
Carl.
if I'd gone out looking intentionally for one of them for a video of someone doing that, then yeah, if I'd done research of looking for 150, 200 videos and then choosing one, but I didn't. This is a video that appeared on my FYP.
Carl, hi. My name's Hulk Hogan.
Sorry, just one
I
second.
watched your video. No, you wait 1 second, because I just watched your video, and you are being disingenuous because your video wasn't even a comedy video. And if it was, you need to reconsider your career, because the video was a trans person in a costume taking the costume off and then showing that they are man presenting. And your comedy is it just says sorry at the bottom, and at the end you just make a cringe face. So explain to me how that's funny and how that's comedy.
So the video itself, I need to go and watch it back again because it's been such a long time since I've even posted that one to understand what the context was and look at it again around other videos I was posting around that time. So, like I said, I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. It doesn't mean that I'm just going to brush it off and do nothing. Doesn't mean that if I feel, well, actually, on reflection, that could be perceived in a really negative way, and that like you said, the intentions versus impact.
Yeah. So if you're being honest right now, you are very blind to society, and I would say that you are not in a position where you should be posting videos about anyone who isn't you.
That video was
posted. What you can see is probably 99% of my content is videos about me.
That video was posted April 22nd. So let's not act like you posted that in high school.
Also, you said earlier that you
but we can see how many videos have been posted since.
You said you were not acknowledging the person's gender. However, the person dressed like a woman, Spider-Man, takes off all of their outfit and their makeup to present that they are a man with no shirt on, showing nipples. So I think that you're a liar.
Okay, well, I respect your opinion.
Okay, I
respect your opinion.
I hear what you're saying, and I think that at best you are dangerously oblivious to what is happening in the world right now, and at worst you're being disingenuous, or you have lied to yourself so much that you believe your own lies.
Okay, well, again, like I said, I respect your opinion.
Don't, because if you did, you would listen to what we were saying.
Also,
I absolutely do. And
how is that stand-up comedy? You didn't even say fucking any. No, hold on. You didn't even say anything in the video. How are you a comedian? You just posted someone else's video and made a cringe reaction with your face at the end. That's fucking comedy? What are you, 6?
Comedy is subjective, so I appreciate it might not be for everybody. So
that's the definition of punching down.
Okay, then.
Mocking someone. That's not
for a supportive group. This is turning into quite a hate campaign against myself, which is
that's what we do.
You're not listening.
We attack bigots, is what we do.
Yeah,
that's what I do. I'm going to speak for myself.
All right.
That's what I do. And you're a fucking bigot.
And you're basing my whole. Right. Well, in that case, I appreciate your opinion, and I hope you have a lovely day.
Bye.
Take care now. Thank you for letting me in and letting me have my say so.
Goodbye.
Bye, Carl.
I feel like he's not going to go check his video out and do anything about it.
He won't. And that's what those are some of the worst people who use comedy as a shield for their bigotry and their hatred. Because no, he might have not been outright transphobic. He might have not said, I don't like trans people, but we know those are just microaggression after microaggression. He didn't need to post that video. There are hundreds of thousands of videos and pictures out there that show people removing their cosplay makeup, and it is so cool. Or putting it on. He could have picked any one of those. Like, he had to search for that video. Come on.
Yep.
Okay, next. Horrible. Which is funny that he's the one that said that we were mocking straight people. Parades are cringy. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Hello.
All right.
All right.
To hide under. So Dave Chappelle's automatically transphobic. He has said under many circumstances that he's just joking, and he has trans friends, and he has a lot of love for the trans
Yes, he's transphobic.
Did you come in here just to defend a comedian, or did you want to talk about the topic?
My guy, he literally stood on a stage and called himself a TERF. He literally stood on a stage and called himself a TERF.
It's not just about
care. I don't care. He stood on a stage and called himself a TERF.
It's not just about the comedians. That was just one point after that.
Yeah, so maybe don't raise that as a point when the person you brought up for a comedian is actively transphobic.
Dave Chappelle's funny as fuck. Dave Chappelle's my favorite fucking comedian.
Wait, so you're a transphobe.
Said I'm about to transphobe my ass. That's like saying
you're a transphobe.
No, why are you so upset about defending your favorite comedian who is transphobic?
That's like saying me being a straight male, just like your whole saying you have to be cisgender to not be fucking transphobic. It's so bullshit. I'm straight.
That's not what it says, and if you would actually listen,
if you're not cis, it's what you're fucking thinking.
It has nothing to do. Are you done? You obviously don't want to have a conversation because you won't fucking stop talking.
You sound stupid as hell. You're dumb as fuck. If you are not cis, you are transphobic. It is what your live says.
Literally, I could explain it, but you just won't shut up. Bye. God.
Hi.
Also, people, straight and cis are not the same thing.
I don't know if people know this, but like just because you say more words does not make you smarter.
Jeez.
Sometimes there is brilliance in quietness.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Just seeing a lot of ignorant people on here. Thought I'd hop in as the perspective of a trans man.
Yeah. Who left?
Ocean.
Yeah, she disappears. It's her thing. Okay, so are you talking about ignorant people as in who?
The comedian that was just here who kept trying to say that, oh, comedy is subjective, but it's not funny if you're just being hateful.
Yeah, definitely.
And the thing I don't understand about that especially is he says comedy is subjective, but that also means we're allowed to not find a quote-unquote joke funny.
I don't know. I mean, if you take like feedback from the community saying, hey, this is not okay, maybe you should listen. That's a...
I also want to touch on when it comes to media, there are three major reasons media is created, right? Including comedy. To persuade, inform, or entertain. And if, for instance, the comedy is to entertain, you have to think about your audience and who you're entertaining with what you're saying. I missed whatever joke the last person made, but I'm assuming it wasn't a great one.
They had a video that I guess was...
yeah, so when it comes to comedy, though, if you're entertaining, like, not great people, that says a lot about you and who you're willing to pander to, and also, like, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. That was... Thanks for coming in, Dan.
It's all good.
Sorry. I don't want to just like... I have more and I don't want to lose them all.
Yo, what's up?
Match, what's up with you?
Not a whole lot. I disagree with the title. It says if you're not cis, then you're trans or transphobic, but I disagree with
Well,
that.
if you're not cis, then you are trans. That's a fact.
But you can be both cis and trans.
You can be?
Sure, you can.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay, well, take myself for example. I think I've spoken to you a couple of times, Adora. You might know that I'm of the otherkin persuasion or Aetherian. I'm a gorilla, trans gorilla, but I'm still a male. I'm a cisgendered male. I'm a trans gorilla, but cisgendered male. Therefore, I'm both.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. I'm
Can
not
you go
doing
away?
it.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna. Not even. What?
As I say, we're not diving into Therian right now. Sorry.
Yes. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
and it's not the same thing as transgender, anyways. Not even close.
Like,
Or
I
the
don't know.
racism.
And I'm sure
For
he
real.
was assigned gorilla at birth, so that's not what it's. Hello, new guest. Hello? Mateo? Hello?
What an amazing
They
nuanced
dropped.
view. Thanks, Mateo.
Thank you for the conversation. That was fun.
God.
Brilliant.
I could be romancing people in Stardew right now.
Right?
I'm literally playing Stardew right now.
Yes.
Hello?
Are y'all
Hello, I'm just trying to figure out
Oh, hi.
what the title is because I'm kind of confused at this point.
Okay.
Because it says if you're not cis, you're transphobic.
So if you're not cis, you're trans. You see there's different colors.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fact. And if you are saying I'm not cis or I'm not trans, then you're transphobic.
Okay, well I'm cis and I just don't give a fuck about people's opinions. So, yeah, kick
we're
me if
aware.
you want. Have a good one. Bye.
You don't care about people's opinions, but you cared enough
What a
to come
weirdo.
onto this page
It's
and
exactly-
say your
No,
own.
I'm just trying to voice.
That's embarrassing.
You want to voice your opinion, but you don't have your opinion? Like what?
Let me
Kind of weird
voice my opinion against your opinion because I don't care about your opinion and
opinions. Yeah.
what is this? You're actually going to give me a brain aneurysm. Please stop.
Seriously, don't hear themselves. Hello, we gonna
Pro
try this
tip.
again?
Pro tip if you're loud about how you...
With the
Bye,
rest of
Mateo. Bye, Mateo. Bye, 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 bye. Goodbye. La, 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 la,
I
la, la,
didn't
la,
hear
la,
what he
la.
said. Sorry.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Bye. Goodbye, Mateo. La, 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 la. Da, 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 da. La, 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 la.
Okay. John, so delayed.
I love it though when people say they don't care, but they cared enough to hop onto the platform. What are you?
He said,
If you don't
trans-
care, then go do something you do care about.
He said trans should be put, and that's all I needed to hear.
Oh.
Hey guys.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi y'all.
Hello.
So what is this? If you're not cis, you're transphobic. What does that mean?
What are you doing?
I'm
It's,
just
you see how it's
curious. I
color
just
coded?
stumbled
You
upon the
see how
letter.
it's if you're not cis, you're trans.
Uh-huh.
So if you take issue with that initial statement there, if you're not cis, you're trans. If you take issue with that, then you're transphobic.
Okay.
Because if you're not cis,
I
you,
don't
cis,
think
you
I'm
are trans.
Okay. That's very cool.
So
All
you
right,
take
guys.
issue with the word cis? Okay.
Bye. How nice. Did Mel leave
What did
us?
his bio mean?
I don't know.
I'm just
What was his bio?
sitting here. Master in literal something movements. I don't fully remember, but his bio. I was sitting there looking at it for like however long he was here, and I'm over here trying to process what it meant.
I always enjoy reading the bios before I bring them up, but I don't always remember to do it. But there's some wild stuff people will say.
actually has the super straight flag as their bio, and they're like, I'm not transphobic.
They still do that after all this
Super
time?
straight.
Apparently.
Did you know being straight is a disease?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Cis
In the
is
year
a
sorry.
sorry.